Good afternoon, student. This is a computer class for class 8 and it is a D number 20 and lecture number 20 for you. Student, as you know that we are going from lesson number 2, that is MS Access, queries, forms and reports. So before moving forward, let me recall the topics that I had explained you. Okay, what we had explained? I explained you the MS Access and queries. What is MS Access? MS Access is the database package within the Microsoft Office. Okay, I also explain you RDBMS. In RDBMS, data is organized in the form of rows and columns similar to a table. And you know that table is a collection of row and column. I also explain you the one object of database, queries. What is queries? A query can give you an answer to a simple question, perform calculation such as plus, minus, multiplication and division. Okay, and combine data from different tables, add or change or delete data from table with the help of query. Today I am going to explain you the query criteria. That what is query criteria? Okay, student. So what is query criteria? A query criteria is an expression that compares two query field values and determines whether to include the record that contains each value or not. Okay, I'm repeating. A query criteria is an expression that compares the query field values and determines whether to include the record that contains each value or not. Okay, query criteria helps you to retrieve specific item from the access database. If an item matches with all criteria you enter, it appears in query result. See, I'm giving you a very small example with the help of this table. Suppose that this is a table name exam. Okay, roll number 1 name XYZ got 50 marks in English, 53 marks in maths and 60 marks in science. Okay, roll number 2, suppose name as XXX, got 63 marks in English, 72 marks in maths and 85 marks in science. Roll number 3 got 53 marks, 55 marks and 52 marks and roll number 4 get 62, 75 and 77. Now you want to see the record of student who gets the marks greater than 50. Okay, so you want to see the records of those students who get the marks in any subject greater than 50. Then with the help of query criteria you are able to see the records. So which records you are able to see? Which is greater than 50? 63. That means roll number 2 marks and roll number 3 and roll number 4 marks. Okay, in the specific subject. Okay, so in this way query helps you to see the specific records with the help of different criteria. Student, a query criteria is an expression that access compare to query field values to determine which values, the values which you put in the table. These are the values. Okay, to determine whether to include the record that contain each value. A criteria is similar to a formula. It is a string that may consist of field reference. Reference means address. That what is the address of this table? That this table name is exam. Okay, and operations, that what you want to do, you want to add, you want to delete, or you want to modify. These are the operations. So now here is a table of different criteria. It is a table of query criteria. Today I am only giving you the description of query criteria. In our next videos we will see how to create the query and how to create the query criteria. Today only we are taking the example and descriptions. Okay, so first criteria is value. I think is it visible clearly, this table? Okay, what is the meaning of value? Will only display items that are the exact value. That what is the value? Name, suppose name is XYZ and name is triple X. These are the examples of exact value. Replace the word value with what you want to search by. That means what you want to say, the numbers of XYZ or roll number, or numbers of roll number 2. Okay, this sign is equal to, this means equal to signs. And the less than means see, I'm giving you the example with the help of table, then you will able to see less than. That means the marks of show the students marks whose marks is less than 52. To whose mark is less than 52? Triple Z marks is less than 52, that is 40 in the science. Correct. And less than is equal to, that means the student's marks that is less than 54 and less than you can say less than 54 and is equal to 52. To whose marks? See this table, that means roll number 1. Okay, then greater than means कि show the students marks whose marks is greater than 60. To whose marks is greater than 60? Roll number 2 marks in English, you can see here, and roll number 3 marks, that is in maths, that is greater than 60. Okay, now the greater than is equal to means show the student's mark whose marks is greater than 60 and equal to 6 greater than 60 and equal to 60. So whose marks is greater than 60? You can see here roll number 3 and is equal to 60. It will show the record of roll number 3. And then not equal to. Not equal to means he show the marks of the student that is not equal to 50. So in this case it will show the records of 65 to 52, 53, 60, 52, 55. Leave this record roll number 2, maths record 63, 65. Okay, that means is equal to. Between x and y, within a range replace x and y with values. That means you want to see the records of the student roll number 1 to 3 in roll number 1 to 3. That means in this case it will not show the record of roll number 4. It will only see the records of 1 to 3 between 1 to 3. Okay, then is null. Null values means nothing is stored. It is 0, no value stores. Okay, and true only if both condition exist. That means you want to see the records of those students that is that marks is equal to 65 and the marks equal to 63. So in this case it will show the record of roll number 2 and the record of roll number 3. Okay, now or true if either condition exists. That means if the students show the students marks whose marks is either greater than 50 or less than 65. In this case which record will show the roll number 50 and what is less than 52 here, less than 52 here, the marks of this student roll number 2. You can see here है ना, maths in maths less than 52. Okay, the not mean true if the single instance is not true. That means show the students marks who will not get the marks in less than 40. In this case it will show the records of 1 to 3. Okay, so this is the table of query criteria. In next videos I will teach you how to set these criteria and how to create the query. Now this is the time to note down the homework. What is today's homework? Today's homework is write down the answer in rough copy. That is what is the question? What do you mean by query? Okay, what do you mean by query? Write down the answer in rough copy. That what is the question? What do you mean by query? Okay, tomorrow we will learn the next topic. Till now, stay home, stay safe.